to see you. Running around like a mad thing I am this morning. Still getting myself organised. There we go. There we go. We'll do that. So, how are we? Hello, Ace. Welcome in. Hello, Kirsty. Welcome in. How are we all this evening? Are you all have you had wonderful days? Yeah. Howdy all, says Ace. How are we this morning? It is 9:33 on Saturday in the Alpine region of Victoria. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. Toyo, hello, my love. Good to see you. Hello, Amanda. There's Sophie. Hello, Sophie. My God, you stayed up. And Captain Cornish. Hello. Good to see you both. Good to see you both. Hello, beautiful Susan, the happiest of Saturdays. You managed to stay awake for your live. I know I did. I did very well. I'm not quite as organised as I was hoping to be this morning. But look, considering we've got a new puppy in the house, I haven't done too bad. And this morning, he slept long enough that I could sort of semi-prep some of the things that I needed. Captain Cornish, oh, thank you. Captain Cornish has sent a gift membership. Oh, Toyo got it. Thank you, Captain Cornish, for doing that. And Toyo, congratulations to the winner. You are now, courtesy of Captain Cornish, a member for 1 month. Yay! Hey, but you know what that means? Because up until the time you get 10 members, you're allowed to have 4 custom emojis. But now that will be my 10th member, so I can have 7. Oh, I'm sorry. My daughter's sitting. My daughter is the one who's been, as you all know, creating the custom emojis and the loyalty badges. And she's just rolling her eyes because she thought, you know, she'd sort of done with them all, and now suddenly she's got to do another 3. Oh dear, I love you. She's going, oh dear me. Hello, Angry Duck Automotive. How are you, my love? Let me just scroll back up. Ahoy, Soph and Duck, says Captain Cornish. Toyo saying hello to Captain. Joy is here. Hello, Joy. Welcome in. Welcome in. You, Susan, holla. Yes, I do. M-Bug, how is the new puppy Jasper? Jasper's doing quite well. He's getting quieter. Oh, Toyo is the first person, I think, to try the custom emojis. So what we have there is a little Jasper paw. You can see my daughter's even managed to get like the golden retriever fur sort of between the little pads. And we have a custom heart made out of wheat. And hopefully before the end of the live, we'll have a cupcake one as well. But who knows? We may not. There you go, Toyo. Welcome to the channel. Welcome in, welcome in. Who else? We got D-Man. Hello, my love. Good to see you. Have I missed anyone? Shaz, of course I have. Hello, Shaz. Welcome in. It's good to see you all, my friends. It's good to see you all. Have I missed anything? Michelle, hello, Michelle. Hi, beautiful Susan. Happiest Saturday morning to you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, Farmhand, to Angry Duck Automotive. Oh, thank you, Angry Duck. Angry Duck is Wayne. He has a fantastic channel. He likes to work on cars, and he does some urban exploration as well. He is in Cornwall. as is Captain Cornish, and Soph as well, who is there. Where's Soph's channel? Sophie does crafting, and this morning they were doing on Sophie's live origami birds. So Sophie is very good at origami, and this morning they were doing birds or swans. Was it a swan? It'd probably be a swan. So if you're into crafting and origami, you should head over and have a look at Sophie's channel. She's got how many subscribers do you have, Soph? Because Sophie can't do her own lives yet, I don't think, because she's not quite at 50 subs. I think you've got like 43 or something. Is that right? Or am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, look, wonderful channels, wonderful channels. How's the weather over there now? Asked Captain Cornish. Look, it's not too bad. The sun is thinking about coming out, but that's about all. It's just sort of thinking about it. You're spot on, I think, Susan. Yeah. So that Crafty Corner with Soph is the channel I was just talking about. So I think she's got 43. So when she does lives, she actually goes live on a panel with Angry Duck Automotive, who is Wayne, and she does her lives on his channel. So, but if a few of you are into crafting, go for it. And then she can do her own lives and get her own watch hours. And how exciting would that be? I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there, I think. So let me tell you about today. Oh, lovely. Kirsty, thank you so much. Kirsty has subscribed to Sophie. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Mbug says origami looks quite difficult. Yeah, but I guess it's like all things, Em. You know, there's like beginner things and things that are more difficult. So I guess it just sort of depends where on the scale of where you start and what you start with. So speaking of starting, we should get this going. So I wrote the description for this live yesterday, and all week I've been sitting here thinking, oh, what should I make? What should I make? And what I try and do is I try and do something sweet one week and then something savoury the next. And I was sitting there thinking, I don't know what to make. I don't know what to make. The link to buy me a coffee, it fails. Oh, what? My buy me a coffee link's failing. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that. But I can't do it now, I don't think. Or can I? No, I can't. So when you click on it on YouTube, it's not going across. Is that what you mean, Ace? I'm not quite. Oh, Susan, the link to buy me a coffee, when I post it, it fails. So you're able to get into buy me a coffee. Oh, there we go. Kirsty's got it. Oh, look, don't worry, Ace. Buy me a coffee does do some weird things sometimes, so it's not you. It's not you. It just happens. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Miss M, hey Susan, sorry I'm late. I just got back home from emergency room just a few minutes ago. Oh, that's right, because yeah, Miss M's not been well. She's having issues with her gallbladder, which isn't nice at all. So she's sort of on a special diet. She can't have any dairy or fats or anything like that. But yeah. Oh, thinking of you, Miss M, that's not good at all. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yes, prayers and wishes for good health for Miss M. If you could, that would be wonderful. M-Bug says, hearts humble. Can you put the crafting channel up, please? Or Ace. Here goes Sophie. We're going to get you a few more 12 subscribers, my love. Let's get you up to 50. Let's get you up to 50. So yes, anyway, I got distracted. I didn't know what to make. I was going to do pea and ham soup because it was requested. Sorry, Sharon, it's going to be in a week or two. Didn't get the ham hocks, did I? And I thought, I don't know what to make. I've got to make something savoury. And just this morning, I had this incredible idea. Incredible idea. You know what we're going to make? Well, I put it in the title, clearly. It wasn't in the description because I wrote the description last night, but I didn't decide till this morning what we were making. And what we are going to make is ham and cheese muffins. Because it's the weekend and everyone needs, no, it's not ham. What am I saying? It's bacon and cheese muffins. Thank you. You're also kind, says Soph. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, Sophie. Thank you. Foraging says, yes, we can gently suggest Susan needs an external microphone. Yeah, it would have to be. Are you all having trouble hearing me again? I'm sorry. It would have to be a wireless one. Wireless ones, yeah. Apparently wireless ones exist. So because I can't plug it in because my phone is plugged in to the battery charger to keep the live going. So there you go. Now, I'm making smoky bacon and cheese muffins today because everyone needs bacon and cheese, if I'm honest, on the weekend especially. So like last week, you'll remember last week we made the chocolate brownies, and in the description for the chocolate brownies, I had 2 ingredient lists. Do you remember that? So one ingredient list had all the Australia, UK measurements, and then I had a second list that had the US, Canada ingredients. So I worked it all out with the conversions. So there were 2 ingredient lists depending on where you are, and then I had the method underneath. So I'm going to do the same thing. I've already got it on the computer. I just haven't had a chance to upload it to the description yet. So there will be a full recipe with the various conversions depending on where in the world you are, added to the description after the live has finished. So let me tell you what is in the ingredients for today's recipe. So we are going to be using self-raising flour, cheddar cheese, and if I'm honest, I did put a little bit of parmesan in there too because I love that bite. We are going to use 4 rashers of bacon, a cup of milk, 1 egg, butter, smoked paprika, garlic, and black pepper to taste. So that is the ingredients, and I guess we just have to start getting everything ready. That is quite right, Amanda. Self-raising flour is all-purpose with a little baking powder and salt added. Now, I usually would use plain flour or all-purpose flour, but I had this self-raising in the cupboard, and I just want to get rid of it, basically. So once it's gone, it's gone. Now, are you able to see me? Do I need to drop this down a bit? I drop that down, oops, to there. All right, so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm going to pre-cut Of course, I'm going to pre-cut. I'm going to pre-cook the bacon. Okay. Now, I know not everyone likes to pre-cook the bacon. They say, why are you pre-cooking it? Because it's going to go into muffins anyway. You know, it's going to be cooked in the oven. Isn't that enough? And as a beginning baker a long, long time ago, I wouldn't have pre-cooked the bacon either. And that was an incredibly bad idea, really bad idea. Fudge, leave it alone. Bacon, yes, bacon, that's quite right. So, basically, if you pre-cook your bacon, if you pre-cook your bacon, you're going to get a better flavour. So frying your bacon, which is what we're going to be doing, brings out a better smoky, savoury type thing. Sorry, just catching a cat. Also, it's a better texture. Raw bacon, if you put raw bacon into your muffin mix, when it cooks in the oven, it can be a little bit on the chewy side. And personally, I just like to make sure that it is really well cooked. Also, if you pre-cook your bacon, you're going to have less grease in your muffins because the oil and the grease from the bacon will go into the pan, not into your muffin mix. So it means that your muffins will be less greasy and more fluffy if you pre-cook the bacon. And also, I guess, yeah, look, I just prefer the flavour. I prefer the flavour. So what we're going to do is dice up. Hello, Smiley. Hello, my love. Welcome in. Artwee is here as well. That is Jason. Welcome in. It is good to see you both. Looks yummy. Yes, I do hope it will be, Smiley. How are you, Jason? And how are you, Smiley? Happy early Father's Day to all the dads out there. Oh, gosh, it's not, is it? I don't think it is in Australia. I don't think it is in Australia. So I was hoping to have all the bacon done before the live started, but what with one thing and the other, I just didn't. I mean, Sophie and Wayne, if you're still there, when I finished on your live this morning, I hadn't even worked out what I was cooking. So the fact that I've managed to pre-prepare anything at all is a sheer miracle. So I'm dicing up 4 rashers of bacon. Oh, hello, Kitty. All right, I've got a cat. I have a cat. See this little cat that's sitting here? She's going to sit there and watch from a distance. She's going to be polite. Can you see her? No. This is the cat that has been hiding in my wardrobe since the moment that little puppy arrived. She has barely come out, and even then it's been sort of a brief visit and a lot of coaxing. But look, the scent of bacon did it. Oh, your cat. Oh, I've got another cat. So I've got Truffle on this side. You can see Truffle sitting there. And then on the other side, right next to my stand, my tripod, is Fudge. They all like a good bit of bacon, don't they? Like the rest of us. Let me see what the chat's doing. Can I move a bit closer? I can't really. Kitty wants... Yeah. Yes, Joy, I speak the truth, says Amanda. Susan, I'm doing good today. Just humble to be here. Oh, Jason. What a lovely thing to say. Thank you. No, Kitty. No. You'll get your treat. Just hold on. Everyone just needs to hold on. Kitty wants pork. Well, and can you blame her? Really? I mean, how awesome is bacon? It doesn't get much better, really. Look at her. She's slowly moving in closer and closer. I'm glad you're doing well, aren't we? That's good. I'm humbled that you're here. In fact, not just you, aren't we, Jason? I'm humbled that anyone's here. You know, I always say it's so fantastic to be able to do things and potter around with all your friends. And you're all my friends. And it's so wonderful to sort of have someone to chat to and to keep me company while I potter around in the kitchen. Well, I've got the cats. Clearly, you can see I've got the cats here. But it's nice to have other people that you can chat to. Animal Lovers channel. Hello, hello, Animal Lover. How are you, my dear? Bacon and chocolate, says Amanda. Yes, wonderful stuff. No, Kitty, no. All right, I'll tell you what. Here you go. Look, 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 look. Oh, what's that? Yep, she's happy. I will get my water glass out of the way, though. She'll have that too. All right, we'll put that there. All right, now, no. No, 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 no. What do we need next? We need a fry pan. You stay put. I am watching you. I'm watching you. No. No. Back. All right, fry pan, fry pan. Oh, the panic was on then. Amanda says, I made chocolate bark once and topped it with bacon bits that were real, and it may have been the best thing I've ever had. You know, Amanda, now that you mention that, I have heard of chocolate bark with bacon bits. No idea where from. Where would I have heard that? I'm going to look it up after this live. I reckon it'll be fantastic. I want to try some. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we have our diced bacon. That is 4 rashers. Okay, so we've got 4 rashers of bacon, and I'm going to put them into the fry pan. Honestly, I'll just use my hands. It'd be easy to use my hands, wouldn't it? And we're going to fry it up. Now, we're not going to fry it so it's super, super duper crispy, okay? We're not doing that, but we'll take it as far as we can before it starts to sort of really harden up. We just want, we're pre-cooking it, you know? That's what we're doing. We're pre-cooking. Lottie is like that too, Susan, says Kirsty. No more, Kitty. It was dark chocolate bark. Fudge. Do not bite that cable. Oh, I got the look. I got the look. She wasn't happy about that. All right, so bacon in pan, and then we're going to slowly. Whoops, there we go. Put it over here. Put that over there, and let's start frying up some bacon. Let me see what chat is saying. Oh, everyone's saying hello to Animal Lover. My cat knows better, says Amanda. The cats are very polite, Amanda. Well, no, actually I lie. Pepper, the black one, she's not polite. But the other 2 are reasonably so, you know. Like you saw what Truffle was doing. She gets up and she watches from a distance, And then Fudge is usually at the other end of the bench, and she's watching from a distance. So you've got a cat at each end, and then me in the middle preparing food. Oh, can you hear the sizzle? I wonder if this will get the puppy up. Oh, smells wonderful. Right, let me see. Now, we are going to need a muffin tray. And here we go, one muffin tray. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Oh. So I had 2 bits of bacon left over, so I'm just going to pop them in the fridge, and they'll do for a nice sanger later in the day. All right. Having dinner and watching the game. Ah, lovely. Oh, thank you, Em. I am very appreciative that you're here while you're watching the game and having dinner. So we're frying up the bacon. All right, so again, we're going to be cooking in the electric oven today, partly because it's just easier. It's hard using baking in the wood stove while I'm doing a live. I haven't quite mastered that yet. But also, the tray isn't quite, it's a bit too big. So I need to get probably a round tray, a round muffin tray. I'm sure they exist. I just need to get on Amazon and have a look. So we're using the electric oven. So let's get that switched on while that bacon is doing its thing. Oh, I thought soccer. Oh, baseball season, says Em. Watching Rue, Paul and Susan, says Amanda. And Em is waiting for a Costco delivery. Oh, how exciting. All right, so in a large bowl, combine flour, cheese, bacon, paprika, and black pepper. So let's get a bowl. Oh, I do apologise. I did try to get pre-organised. I've got a few things sorted. So we've got our bowl. This bacon is not far off being done. I'll get a sieve. And then we want smoked paprika. We want muffins and black pepper. All right. Right. We have a bowl. We have a sieve. Do we have Costco? We do have Costco in Australia. There's not a lot of them, but they are around. All right, so I'm happy with this bacon now. I don't know if I can, you see there, it's just starting to get some colour to it, and some of the smaller bits are starting to crisp up. So that's sort of where you want it, looking like that. So what I'll do is I'll put it on the cooler side of the oven just for a moment. I'll turn the vents down so that the hob can cool down a little bit. All right, bacon is done. Let me turn you back around. 21 likes. Thank you everyone for the 21 likes. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So let us keep going, shall we? So in a large bowl, we need to combine flour, cheese, bacon, smoked paprika, and black pepper. So I'll start with the flour, which I did prepare earlier. So this is self-raising flour, and I'm using self-raising flour only because it was in the pantry and I want to get rid of it. This is basically 2 cups of self-raising flour, but it's 300 grams. Okay, so 300 grams of self-raising flour. Hello, Jasper. So it's by weight. So 300 grams of self-raising flour, which is 2 cups for US and Canada. So let us put it in here. Whoops. Hello, darling. I've got a little Jasper sitting here on my feet. All right. Hi, Angry Duck. Hello, Samir. Oh, yes, I know, Samir. I'm sorry. I'm sure someone will put your link up, though. Hello, Sam. Jen. Hello, Jen. Welcome in, my friend. It's good to see you. WTF, well past the duck's bedtime. I know, but it's me. They made a special effort, Jen. But yes, it is well past his bedtime. But no, I've had Soph here, I've had Mike here, I've had Cornish and Angry Duck. Everyone's come for a visit, so I'm so glad you've come in as well. Thank you so much. I am making smoky cheese and bacon muffins this morning. So in the bowl, I've just put 300 grams of sifted self-raising flour. Now to that, we are going to add cheese. And the cheese, I also pre-grated. See, I didn't have time to get things out like bowls and muffin tins, but I got some of the ingredients prepped. So this is 100 grams of cheese. So what I ended up doing was I did 90 grams of cheddar, and then I put in 10 grams of Parmesan, just to give it a little bit of a bite. So we are going to add our 100 grams of shredded grated cheese to our 300 grams of self-raising flour. So in it goes. Plop, all done. Well, almost all done. There we go. That's that done. How are you, Jen? Are you well? It must be past your bedtime too, my love. Yeah, she just said that. Past my bedtime too. I'll catch you all later. Oh, okay. Good night, everyone, says Angry Duck Automotive. Off up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire. Much love, everyone. Have a great day. Bye, Wayne. You take care. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a good night. Sleep well when you get there. Captain Cornish says, later, ducks. Whose link did I say? Oh, Samir Rajput, 78. Thank you, Kirsty. All right, large bowl. We have the flour and the cheese all sitting in here. Next, what we're going to do is add the bacon to it. So let me get the fry pan off the wood stove. You know what I really need? And it was something that Mike actually from Forsaken Explorer suggested. It might even have been Captain Cornish, was getting like a gimbal so that when I walk around the kitchen, it can actually track me. So that way when I walk to the wood stove, you can see me walking to the wood stove. When I walk to the electric oven, you can see me go to the electric oven if I go to the pantry. And I think, yeah, I'm going to get myself one of them. I think that would be a brilliant idea. All right, so we're now adding our 4 diced and fried rashers of bacon into the bowl. Yummy, yummy. It smells good, let me tell you. And Puppy is not amused. All right, let's get that out of the way. Where have I put my glasses? There we go. All right. Think that was Mike. Duck, 100% beef food, says Captain Cornish. Alrighty. So, flour, cheese, bacon. Next, we are going to add some smoked paprika, some garlic, and some black pepper. So, I do love smoked paprika, and my daughter does too. We put smoked paprika in so many things. Like even that tomato sauce, you know, the tomato ketchup I made a couple of weeks ago, I put smoked paprika in that. Wasn't part of my recipe because I've been making that same sauce for like 2 decades. Never put smoked paprika in it. And I thought, what the hell? And man, it was good. All right, so we're going to put in a full teaspoon of smoked paprika. So I'm using a half teaspoon here because otherwise I can't get the teaspoon's too big. So I'm putting in 2, but it's actually 1, if that makes sense. I'm sure you know what I mean. So we have 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. We're going to be putting in a lot of black pepper. A lot of black pepper. I mean, you can't have enough black pepper really, can you? Can you? Maybe you can. All right, and then we are going to add about that much minced garlic, which is probably 1.5 teaspoons. So we are winging it here a little bit, you can see. Now, what else do I need? Oh, of course, milk, egg, and butter. It's not going to do very well without those things. So earlier this morning, I pre-weighed the butter. So that's it there. I have used 60 grams of butter, or a quarter of a cup. 60 grams or a quarter of a cup of butter. Michelle says, I love the recipe already. No salt there. I don't like salt. No, I'm not a huge fan of salt either, Michelle, I'll be honest. Kirsty, thank you so much for putting that link up for Samir. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah, really, that's awesome. Thank you. Is this a family recipe? Well, I have made it before, but not for an incredibly long time. Not for a very long time. What do we need? We need a stirry thing. Let's get a stirry thing. All right, so we are going to mix all this together now. So just mix it all up. So this is our self-raising flour. 300 grams of self-raising flour. 100 grams of cheese. 4 rashers of fried bacon, which was diced first. We've put in 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic mince, and black pepper to taste. So I think it's all nicely mixed. Looks like it is anyway. Let me show you. It's not particularly exciting yet, but that's it. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients. Who have we got here? Oh, Emma, you've got to go, my love. Oh, well, you have a wonderful evening, Em. Thank you for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. Thank you. Have a good night. Enjoy your dinner and have a great time watching the baseball game. Now, wet ingredients. Let's get on to the wet ingredients, shall we? We want a cup of milk. A cup. Where's the cup? All right. 1 measuring cup. I know you're a kitty. Yes, you are. All right. 1 cup of milk goes into, all right, you know what we're going to do? It does suggest, this recipe, and I had forgotten, that you put your milk, your butter, and your egg together in a bowl or a jug, combine it before you add it to your dry mix. So since we've got this jug here, which is dirty already from the flour, I'm going to decant it into here. So there is our 1 cup of milk. To that, I am going to add, if you can see, I'll move that back a little bit. I'm adding 60 grams of butter, softened butter. It can be melted butter, it doesn't really matter. Oh, poor Jesper. I know. He's seen a cat. He's not whining because he wants me. He's whining because he wants a cat. right, that's our butter in. And then we have 1 egg. Yep, that's all good. So we've got our egg in there. We'll pour that into the jug as well. Where is Nicholas, says Amanda. I do not know. It's Saturday. He might be out and about. Hey, Marichub, welcome in, my love. How are you? Marichub is in the Philippines. How are you today, Marichub? So I'm just going to use a fork. Yes, okay. Where? Heart, how did you get the huge paw? Oh, Michelle, the huge paw is one of the custom emojis that my daughter has drawn. And if you look below the chat, you'll see that there's 2 custom emojis that have been uploaded. One is a paw, which is Jasper's paw, and the other one is a heart, a custom heart made from wheat. You know, I reckon I should have, you know what I'm going to do? This softened butter, the softened butter isn't soft enough for my liking, so we're going to put it over here on the stove just for a moment. Might put it on the hotter side. And we're going to let the butter melt down a little bit more. Oh my God, there they are. Lots and lots and lots of paw prints and hearts. Gosh, there's so many. Oh. Thank you, everyone. There will be, I think my daughter has done a cupcake one. Yes, she's done a cupcake one. It's just, I don't think we can really upload it during the live, can we? Yeah. So, anyway, we'll see how we get on. So what colour cupcake holder is it? Pink or blue? Pink. All right, so yes. She's done the new custom emoji, which may or may not be up during the course of the live, is, you remember the cupcakes I made the other week when it was my mother's birthday on the 31st of May? So it's a white cupcake, but it's a combination of one that I would make and one my mum would make. I like, when I make cupcakes, I'm very fond of doing like a nice buttercream swirl. Whereas my mum used to do the smooth glacé icing. So she would do white glacé icing and put a cherry on the top. So this is a combination cake that my daughter has done. She's done the big buttercream swirl on top for me. And then she's put a little cherry on top to represent my mother. So that will be up very, very soon. I'm just melting butter. Anyone wonders what I'm doing, I'm melting butter. It's not melting as quickly as I'd like, but it's getting there. Let me see what the chat's saying. Oh, thank you, hearts. Foraging says, I thought it was only blondes that used to be Silver Queen as well. Silver Queen, Silver Queen. Merichub says, I'm busy. I've been busy lately. I'm good. Yesterday, my neighbour's relative invited us to the first birthday of her baby and they celebrated on the beach. Merichub, that sounds awesome. Oh, you found it, Michelle. That looks awesome. Lots of paw prints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paw prints, 6 paw prints and 6 hearts. It does sound lovely, doesn't it, Kirsty? My hair is really silver, not grey. My mum had the same, said Amanda. Oh, okay. Right, now while we're waiting for that butter to melt, let's see. I think they might be a bit small. That's right. Meow. Trying to find which is the biggest one. I don't know. Let's see if we've got any more. Oh, here we go. This is what we want. We want super big ones. Just plain white. We'll go with plain white because they're the only ones I have that are that big. Michelle says, I do partial blonde highlights in my hair every summer. I used to do that a long time ago. All right. So we'll put these in. In the meantime, hopefully, our butter is on the stove, melting a little bit more. Actually, I need to be careful about that, don't I? Because there's an egg in there as well. Right. So this is 1 egg, 60 grams of butter, and 1 cup of milk. We are going to add that to the dry ingredients. Still a few lumps of butter in there. But we'll mix it all through. Tell that bacon smells yummy, I must say. I won't use that one. I'll use this one. I don't want to scratch the bottom of my old bowl. Don't know where this old bowl came from. I think it was my mum's, and I think she got it from my dad's mother. So this bowl that I'm using probably belonged to my grandmother on my dad's side. I've got 3 or 4 of them. So I've got 2 that are this size, and then I've got another 2 that are bigger again. So we're still in the process of mixing it up. I think it could do with being a little bit more combined. Oh, bacon. Yeah, that's a good one. Michelle has sent up like 50 bacon emojis. That's awesome. Hey, hello, Brian. Welcome in, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. We're making smoky cheese and bacon muffins. I haven't posted the recipe yet, but I will be posting it in the description after the live. And just like with last week, with the chocolate brownies that I made, there will be 2 ingredient lists. One has the ingredients listed in Australian, UK measurements and quantities, and there'll be a second list with the conversions for US and Canada. The method, of course, is the same, but I have worked out I've done all the conversions for you, so you don't need to do that. And I will be uploading that after the live has finished to the description. Dropping things everywhere, look. All right. Well, I think the only thing we need to do now is get these little containers in the tray and start filling them. So the ingredients that I've listed is to make 12 muffins. So theoretically, we're going to have 12 of these things, and I think that's enough. Probably have a couple today, couple tomorrow. If they manage to survive any longer than that, I might put them in the freezer. It's always a good thing to have like a batch, like a spare batch, just sitting in the freezer for emergencies, because you never know when you're going to have a I need a smoky bacon and cheese muffin emergency. Really important to keep it in mind. Keep it in mind, folks. These things do happen. It's like when you have a chocolate emergency. You know what that's like. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh my God, that sounds wonderful. In fact, he said awesome. Brian said, oh my God, that sounds awesome. Brian is saying hello to everyone. Everyone is saying hello to Brian. Leah Williams. Hello, my old friend Leah Williams. I have known Leah for many, many, many decades. Leah is not a content creator, but she is or was my next door neighbor a long, long time ago. A very long, long time ago. In the 1990s. All right, so let me show you what this looks like now. It's all well combined. So there you go. It's got quite an orange hue to it, and that's probably all from the smoked paprika. So let me start getting this into these little containers. Oh, very exciting. Cool. I must say it's a very sticky batter. I hear a chewing puppy. Little Jasper's been really good. We haven't really had any overnight howls or whining, not a lot. Like when you first get into bed, like he might like give a whine or two, and then he just goes to sleep. It's fantastic. And then he wakes up in the morning. He does wake up. I tend to get up normally between 5:30 and 6 a.m. He has been getting me up a little bit earlier than that. He's been getting me up around 5. But apart from that, though, I mean, he's been pretty good. Michelle says, after my sugar physical at the end of June, I'm making your brownies for us for July. That sounds awesome, Michelle. Yes, you have that doctor's appointment first. I think it's very important. I keep telling myself sugar is good in minimal quantities. But then I see chocolate, you know, and it's like, it's hard to go past chocolate. It really is. Well, it is for me anyway. Whoops. All right, so we have almost, we've filled up, we've put a little bit now in all 12, but there's a bit left over. So I'm just going to scrape down the sides of the bowl, and then I'm going to spread what's left into the 12. Let me just see what we're all saying here. Oh, at least you get some sleep, says Brian. Yeah, I know, sleep's so important. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris. Welcome in, my friend. It's so good to see you. Ah, my Hoovian buddy. Yes, I'm doing well, my dear. I am. If anyone doesn't know what a Whovian is, it's someone that likes Doctor Who. If you like Doctor Who, you're a Whovian. All right, let's see. We're going to top off these muffins with a bit more. Right, so that's got a bit more. That's got a bit more. That's got a bit more. Oh, does that one need a bit more? I don't know. We'll put some there. Definitely put some more in that one. It is very hard to tell the quantities. Of course, when they start to cook down, you know, your butter and your cheese starts to melt a little bit at first and everything settles. And you're sort of looking through the door of your oven thinking, oh, gee, I should have put a bit less in that one or a bit more in that one. At the moment, the batter for these muffins is still standing rather proud. And it's a little bit hard to tell, to judge how much you've got in each one. I think this one could do with a bit more too. All right. Look at that. All righty. I think we'll definitely put a bit more in that one. Almost there, my friends. I'm just doing a last scrape down of the bowl. And then I reckon these things can go into the oven. I might put a bit more in that too. Do the same one. Now before I put them in the oven, I will bring them across so you can have a look, see what it's looking like thus far. All right. So clearly, for anyone who's just come in, these aren't cooked yet. But this is 12 smoky cheese and bacon muffins. And now we are going to put them in the electric oven. All right. And we are going to set a timer for, all right. What we're going to do is set the timer for 17 minutes. 17 minutes, we are set. So there you go. Oh, Brian Drums. Hello, my dear. Welcome in. Welcome in. Beautiful share. Thank you, Brian. How are you, Brian? Are you well? What's your latest video, Brian? Because it's a couple of weeks since I was over on your channel. Tell me what your latest video was. What was your music piece that you put up? Kirsty has put up the link to Brian's channel. Brian is a drummer and he does some great covers on his channel. He practices his drumming. Yes. Yes. If you like drumming and you like music, go check out Brian. Oh. Well, what do we do for 20 minutes? We'll have to chat. And I think, I'll turn you back around. Let's have a look at this. I think it's time to boil the kettle, don't you? So I'll open the flue at the back. Open the vent down the front, which allows more heat to go in. Or going through the firebox, up the flue. Woo, that's hot. Look at that. Nice, glowing, and incredibly hot. Right. If you don't open the vents, the water does still boil, of course. It just takes longer. And I don't know if I want to wait that long. Let me have a look. There are other Brians. Yes, we have two Brians in the chat. We have Brian Drums and we have Brian HFN, which is, oh my God, I've just suddenly had a mental block. It's have fun in nature. So HFIN, Brian, have fun in nature. So have fun in nature is Brian and Tiffany. And they have a lovely channel. Always have great lives. Very thought-provoking lives, I must say. They do get you thinking about life, the universe, and everything, as Douglas Adams said. Do you know who Douglas Adams is, Chris? I'm guessing Chris is still here. Have fun in nature. Have fun in nature. No, I got there. I did get there, Brian. I still managed to say it quicker than you managed to type it, so kudos to me. I did well. Oh. Hello, says Chris. Yes, you are here. You know who Douglas Adams is, don't you, Chris? I met Douglas Adams. That was a long time ago now. Douglas Adams did the books Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and So Long, but thanks for all the fish and all that. You're still here, ma'am. And the other Brian, yes. Raise your beverages for Susan. She is amazing, says Michelle. Michelle, thank you. Thank you. I'm raising my glass of water to you. So cheers. Cheers. A simple, happy life is here as well. Hello, hello, my friends. How are you? Now, if anyone has just come in, we are making smoky cheese and bacon muffins. We've made them now. They're in the oven cooking. And we're going to leave them there. We're going to give them about 17 minutes. At the 17-minute mark, we're going to check them and see what we think. We might end up having to give them another, I'll say, take them up to 20 minutes. Lots of Jasper Paul emojis are traveling up the chat. I can see them at the moment. And lots of those hearts. What do you think of the hearts, folks? Can you tell that it's wheat? I think you can. I reckon they look really good. You saw Hitchhiker's Guide. Yes. Wasn't it brilliant? Wasn't it brilliant? Here, let me see if I can where is it? Okay. I'm back. I'm coming back. It's backwards. But Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I do love a little bit of sci-fi in my life. Michelle says, they're awesome, just like you and your subscribers. I wish you could make me food, Susan, says Chris. Well, you know, I'm going to be putting the recipe in the description. What I might do, because I think last week I put the chocolate brownie description up before the live. And I think what I'll start doing for anyone that's interested is if I start scheduling these lives, especially the Saturday lives, because they're indoors already, they're not like my Tuesday, let's walk around the farm, and they're not like my sometimes in the garden lives, where it's very weather dependent. It doesn't matter whether it's 30 degrees Celsius outside or -10. I'm going to be inside on a Saturday, so I can quite safely schedule all the Saturday lives going out for a couple of months. Now, if I do that, what I was thinking was it might be a good idea to actually put the recipes that I'm going to do on the day in the description going forward. So that way, like if someone wants to bake it with me or make whatever up, you know, so if I'm doing cheese and bacon muffins or chocolate brownies or a curried vegetable soup, tomato ketchup, you've got the option there. You can just look at the recipe as I'm doing it, or you can buy the ingredients and actually make it along with me. That could be fun too. So something to think about going forward. I think that's a good idea. And we have a boiling kettle. How exciting. I'll have to get my cup. Where is my cup? There it is. There it is. Get my little cup ready. I do need coffee. Right, I have coffee. Yes, I hear you. All right. Hope you got to enjoy the kettle there. Brian, yes, Brian, have fun in nature says you have a great little community here. We do. We're incredibly lucky, Brian. I know that. I'm always so grateful. You know, every time I do a live, I'm so grateful because it's just such a fantastic. So you can't really see me there. Such a fantastic group of people we've got, you know. Everyone's nice, everyone is friendly, everyone's chatty, everyone is good to one another. And I mean, that's so important, isn't it? It's like I say, when I close out my lives, I always say, spread kindness and be beautiful, you know, spread kindness. And I feel on this channel, and when we do our lives, that's sort of what we're doing, you know, because everyone is so kind and so nice to one another. We're incredibly lucky. We're incredibly lucky and blessed. Right, I have my coffee now. How wonderful is that? All righty. Oh, you really like the heart, Michelle? Awesome, thank you. I wonder if I could get that cupcake up. I've got a few minutes. Should we try? All right, let's see. Let's see if we can do this without disconnecting alive. So if I put that there, oh, in fact, just might need to keep an eye on that. So we're going to try and put up the new custom emoji. Or at least we get it on the computer, and then let's see if I can get it up, so to speak. So to speak, you know what I mean. I don't know whether it will appear straight away. It might be one of those things that you've got to refresh the page, and if that's the case, then it doesn't matter what we do now, it won't appear until after the live is over. But we'll give it a go. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, as I'm sure you guys are too. Doesn't work? Ah, okay. I got a new charging cable because the one I've been using, the one I'm using at the moment, is starting to fall apart. So I got a new charging cable, but it brand spanking new, never been used before. I took it out of its little packet this morning and went to plug it in. It doesn't seem to work. So that's rather disappointing. You see, it's still got all its kinks in it because I've only just unwrapped the thing, but yeah, it doesn't work. So it'll make Tuesday's live interesting when we do our farm walkabout, because what's happening with the one that's actually connected at the moment, it's starting to come apart here. So the cable is disconnecting from this part, and it's barely hanging in there. So so I thought, not a problem, I've got spares, only the spare doesn't seem to work. That's all right, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, as they say. All righty, what are we talking about, chat? Let's see how these muffins are getting on. Oh wow, they're looking good. I might, how long have they been in? I might turn the tray around. Now, theoretically, they've got 4 minutes to go. Wow, big coffee, ma'am says, no, it's not that big. It's little. It's a little cup of coffee. All righty. So theoretically, it is there. So I am going to see if, whoops, I'm going to open another YouTube tab and try and download this new cupcake emoji. So let me do that. And then what else do I need? I want to go down to here. No, I don't. I want to go to there. Yeah, we're still good. We're still happening. And then we go to that. We go down to earn. I'm still learning how to do this. Memberships, supers and gifts. No, is it memberships I want? I think it's memberships I go to next. And then I scroll down. Levels, badges and emojis, edit. Okay, there we go. We want emojis. Upload your emoji. All right, so we hit. It's going to be a cupcake, so I've got to give a title. So, helps if you're not in all caps. Cupcake. So I'm writing cupcake, and then I have to hit upload, and then I do that, and then I hit open. Oh my God, that is a beautiful cupcake. Save and publish. That is a beautiful cupcake. All right, people, theoretically, the cupcake emoji should be live. Hopefully. Oh, smells so good, your coffee. Oh, Brian, awesome heart. So only 80 watch hours away from 3K. Are you really? Oh, wonderful. And that's the Have Fun in Nature channel, Brian. I'll watch. I'll give you some hours for sure, definitely. Time to check these muffins. Oh. Oh, hello, Kitty. Hello, darling. I know. Right, out the way. That's right. You be careful. Oh. Well, they seem done. Oh. Let me get a cooling rack. I know you're babies. Oops. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a baby. All right. One cooling rack. Are the cupcake emojis there, or are you're probably not able to it may only show up once you refresh. Oh no, Ace, you found it. There they are. See it up on the screen? Yeah, that's awesome. So Ace is the first person to put up the new cupcake emoji. It looks quite good too. I'm really pleased with that. Oh, awesome, awesome. It's lovely. All right, Brian, consider it done. I'll watch. We'll get your hours up there. 80 hours from 3,000. That's awesome. I've got, at the moment, I'm sitting on 3,210 or something like that. So I reckon I'll probably get to 4,000, I don't know, maybe first week of August. But, you know, it'll happen when it happens. It'll happen when it happens. Let's have a look at these. Ta-da! What do you think, people? Muffins, says Marichub. Delicious cupcakes. Yeah. Well, that's why I thought, I mean, I know a cupcake and a muffin isn't quite the same thing, but having said that, I sort of thought, well, they're both in little like cupcake thingies. Let me just tap the bottom. for anyone that bakes bread, with bread, it's always a good idea to, when you make your bread, you know, you tap the bottom to hear if you get that hollow sound in your bread. And if it makes a nice, your bread makes a nice hollow sound, you know it's cooked. And I tend to do that with muffins as well. These, oh, they smell wonderful. I wish you could smell them. It's the cheese I think I'm smelling. I can probably smell the bacon too, but the cheese to me seems more predominant. All right, now we're going to let these cool just for a few minutes. I'll move back here a bit so you can actually see me putting them on the tray. Oh, I'm so excited to try these. So yeah, there we go. That's them. I think they're looking quite good. So I'll let them cool. I think I can hang in for like 5 minutes to let them cool, can't I? All right, let us see. Oh, look at all the custom emojis going up. That is so good to see. Jamie Carpenter, welcome in. Mike's Adventure Sparks, you're a farmhand. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. How are you, Mike? Are you well? I haven't seen you in such a long time. Not on a live, at least. I hope you're good. Hello, Jamie. Hello, hello. How are you, sweet? I hope you're well. That sounds great, Susan, says Kirsty. Your coffee. I'll give us cookies, says Marichub. Yeah. It's funny, I was thinking about making, there was some cheese crackers I wanted to make. And I'll make them sometime, but it's not really suitable for live. I think it's more a video thing, because what you have to do is you make your dough and then you roll the dough up and wrap it in cling film or something, and you put it away in your fridge to chill for 3 hours, and then at least 3 hours. So what I would probably do is make the biscuit dough the day before, roll it into a tube, into a you know, a round, wrap it all up, put it in the fridge, and then what you do is in the morning or 3 hours later, you take it out and you cut it into slices, and those slices become your biscuits. And I thought I'll make them, but I had forgotten that I needed to chill it in the fridge for like 3 hours or overnight. So I might still make them, but I think that would be more of a video, because I can't expect anyone to sort of watch me prepare it and then we're just going to sit around for 3 hours and then we're going to cut them up. So I'll do it as a video. They're beautiful biscuits though, really nice. We can all celebrate our watch hours together, says Michelle. Are you getting close as well, Michelle? Cheese icing. Oh, yeah. That's awesome, Susan, says Brian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone is saying hello to Mike. You could do, Heart saying you could do here is one I made earlier. Yeah, I did think about that too. But, you know, I need to do a video. I don't know when I'm going to find time to do a video. I mean, between, you know, doing like 3 lives a week and all the writing, and then I've still got to do a farm. I've still got a farm to run, you know, and washing to do and floors to hoover and all that sort of thing. So I am so time poor. And now I've got a puppy. So, oh, where is the puppy? It's down there. Let me see if I can. The puppy, I believe, is sleeping, but let me see if I can show you said puppy. Oh, hang on. Let me just, I'll turn you around. All right. Ignore all the mess. There he is. There he is. There's our little man. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, we're not going that far, Marichub. We'll be right back. How are you going, stopping them from... Ah. Oh, says Mike. Jasper, meow, meow, woof, woof, says Michelle. Oh, such a cutie, says Kirsty. Yeah, he is. How cute, says Leah. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Okay, oh, there's the kitty. Hello, kitty. I'm glad to see she's finally come out of her hidey hole. It's taken a full 7 days. A full 7 days to you see all the stuff up there. Got all sorts of interesting bits and pieces. Anyway, enough of that. We have a cupcake to try. No, we don't. No, we don't. We have muffins. We have muffins to try, don't we? So did you all like seeing little Jasper? Oh my God, he's so cute, says Brian. He is. He really is. Oh, munchies are truly wonderful, says Michelle. Good boys, because he has a good mama, Susan. Oh, thank you. He has 2 good mums because my daughter paid. Look, my daughter is a good mum too. So between us, we're good mums. When is your birthday, Susan? I just had my birthday, Chris. It was on May the 6th. So I actually did a live for my birthday. Usually I do my lives Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but my birthday was on a Wednesday, and I did a special live for my birthday. So, ding. Well, so yours is in September, did you say? Oh, there's some more Jasper paw prints coming up. I love seeing him. He is adorable. All right, we are going to eat a muffin. I know your muffins. Oh, yeah, no, not for Father's Day, Marichub. My parents both passed when I was like a teenager. So, no, these are just for us. So, which one shall I pick? Shall I pick that one? Do you want one? All righty. Reach in. Oh, there we go. Be careful because they'll be super hot inside. Which one do you reckon? By the camera, by the camera. So what, that one there? So this is the one we're going for. Okay. What do you think? Oh, thumbs up. Did you see that? I got a thumbs up from my daughter. That's always exciting. All right. So we'll peel back. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Oh, you're making me hungry. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. All right. Michelle says, Michelle's birthday is September the 27th, And Chris's birthday is the 12th of September. Ah. Oh, Michelle says hello to you and that she really, really loves your emojis. And they are perfect for Mama Bear. And my daughter is going, thank you. Or at least, you know, she would if she wasn't eating a muffin. All right, so let me break into it. There we are. That's the inside. Oh, I should have put some chives or something in there. Mmm. Mmm. I do like it. I reckon I probably could have put in some more smoked paprika. My daughter's nodding her head in agreement. I mean, we are... Sorry. I know I'm not supposed to talk with my mouth full. We are smoked paprika fiends. We add it to almost everything in ever-increasing quantities. But it's very nice. I haven't added smoked paprika to this recipe before, so I wasn't sure how much it would affect the overall flavour. So that's why I went in with a single teaspoon. And I mean, you can always ramp it up the next time round. It's so good. It's so good. Yummy, yummy. Brian says, you're making me hungry. I must go cook dinner now. And Meritshab wants to know what you're going to cook for dinner. Leah says, I must bake them. No, do. It's great. It's nice. It's very nice. You know, I think if I was going to tweak it further, I'd probably add a little bit of parsley to it. I don't have fresh parsley at the moment because it's our winter, of course. I do have dried parsley in the pantry. Maybe a little bit of parsley could have been good. With the cheese, I normally do 100 grams of grated cheese, which is what I did. I did 90 grams of cheddar, and then because it's got a little bit of a bite to it, I did 10 grams of parmesan. Now, for my taste buds, I reckon next time I would probably increase the smoked paprika, and I would probably increase the ratio of parmesan to cheddar. So I might do like 30% parmesan instead of 10%, or, you know, 30 grams of parmesan is what I mean. So yeah, because I do like that little bit of a kick. A little butter on it when halved. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We can do that, Leah. Where's the butter gone? Where has the butter gone? Where's the butter gone? Don't tell me I put it in the fridge. That was rather silly of me. Oh, I have. How annoying. The butter is in the fridge, which means it won't be at room temperature. But that's okay. We can give it a go. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, I'm all excited for this now, Leah. Not that I wasn't excited for it before. A thin little sliver of rock hard butter. And a smaller sliver on that one. I usually don't keep the butter I usually don't keep it in the fridge because it gets too hard. Whereas if it's at room temperature, it's good. All right, now complete with butter. Yes, Leah. Yes. Crack them open when they're still warm and lather the butter on, folks. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Chris says, I think Douglas Adams wrote an episode of Doctor Who, Susan. Actually, no, I think you're probably right. I'm sure I've seen his name in the credits. I'll have to look that up now. Okay, Marichub. All right, coffee. Ooh, almost went down the wrong way too. I guzzled it too quickly. Oh, we've got 31 likes. Thank you for the 31 likes, everyone. I do appreciate that. All right, so we're going to have... So Marichub says, have coffee and then have a mouthful of muffin. Kirsty has written, Douglas Adams, the celebrated creator of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, had a profound and legendary impact on Doctor Who. He served as the script editor for season 17, starring Tom Baker. Yes, yes. Thank you for that, Kirsty. Are you going, Michelle? You do the same. Be careful and safe out there. XOXO. 32 says Ace. That's awesome. Thank you. The butter is good. Thank you for suggesting it, Leah. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Very nice. Well, what will we make next week? Next week I've got to do a sweet one. So I try and do a savoury dish one Saturday and then something sweet on the following. Michelle says, I'm coming to Australia in my fantasy. Yes, I'll have to have a think. What should I make next Saturday? I know the following Saturday I'm going to do the pea and ham soup. That was specifically requested. And Louis Fuller, who isn't in the chat currently, has sent me... He's been private messaging me on my High Country Homestead Facebook page, and he has sent me the recipe for his grandmother's granny pie. And so I'll probably make that because I'm intrigued. But it does have pecans in it, which isn't a huge problem, but pecans in this country are not as popular as they are in the Northern Hemisphere. So they're not easy to get. Like you can go into a supermarket and you can get like peanuts and walnuts and almonds and pistachios and cashews, all sorts of nuts. But do they have pecans? No, they don't. It's sort of a special order type thing. So there are pecans in this recipe. So I will make the recipe, the pie that Louis Fuller has sent me the recipe to, but it might take me a few weeks to actually source pecans. And once I've got that, we're good to go. But yes, next week we'll have to do something sweet. I've just got to work out what that will be. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, yes, Michelle. You mentioned pasties. Oh, yes. Yes, Leah, I did. I did. I like to make my own pasties. I don't like the ingredients. So when I buy a pasty from the supermarket or the bakery, which isn't very often, but to my mind, I guess the companies that make the pasties just throw in all the odds and sods that are left over from manufacturing other goods. At least that's what it looks like to me. Some weeks, you know, I've seen them with corn in them, with beans. I mean, who puts beans? And I mean green beans, as in like a string bean. Corn, string beans, all sorts of things that I wouldn't necessarily think is or should be in a pasty. So I have my recipe, which I make. I can find my book. All right, the black book is the savoury one. I'm going to need more of these books, honestly. Where is my pasty recipe? Ooh, chicken rigatoni with mushroom and broccoli sauce. That's not it. I almost made a Mexican tortilla pie today, but I didn't in the end, clearly. Chicken, mushroom and bacon pie. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the pasties. Where's the pasties gone? Ah, okay. Traditional Cornish pasties. Flour, lard or shortening in the US, 60 grams of butter, cold water and salt, so that's for the pastry. And then the filling, I tend to use venison actually for the filling, which isn't traditional, I know, but it's what I have on the property. So and because we're trying to be a little bit self-sufficient, we use venison as our red meat, not beef. Okay, so any recipe that I make, like if I do a spaghetti bolognese or a lasagna or anything like that, that would call for beef, I am using venison. So I will always take venison over beef because quite frankly, there's no chemicals in it and it's free because it's from the property. So for the filling, I use venison, potato, a swede or rutabaga, I think is what you call them in the US and Canada, onion, and then salt and pepper. And that's it. Simple. It's simple. It's a simple recipe. All these bought pasties that you get, they've got so many strange fillings to them and I don't like it. Well, I do. I prefer my own. I prefer my own. So yes, I can do pasties, Leah, for sure. What are they like after you have frozen them? Do you? Oh yeah, no, I usually do. Usually when I make pasties, Kirsty, I'll do 4 or 6, and then I'll keep 2 of them out to have for dinner that night. And then the other 2 or 4, depending on how many I make, I will sling them in the freezer. And then when I recook them, I generally do it from frozen. But you don't have to, of course. You can take them out earlier in the day, let them thaw. But no, they cook up fine, even if they've been frozen. They're really great, really great. And I think with pasties, rutabaga or swede, when you cook it, it turns orange. So I think a lot of people, when they go to a bakery and they buy, or even other bakeries, like years ago I worked at a bakery and they used to put diced carrot into their pasties, because the traditional Cornish pasty has a swede in it, or a rutabaga, which turned orange when it was cooked. And so a carrot is a cheaper substitute, and it looks the same. Doesn't taste the same, but it looks the same. And I think the bakeries that swap out the swede for the carrot, they just don't taste right. So yes, and if I want to have a Cornish pasty that tastes the way that I remember Cornish pasties used to taste, then I need to have a swede, and the only way I'm going to get that is to make my own. Oh, homemade is a big saving. Yes, yes, it is, Marichub. Homemade pasties are great with spices and garlic. Absolutely, Leah, I do agree. Chicken's Uncle Bob is here. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Are you well? How are all those chickens? Are you getting lots of baby chicks now? You must be increasing the numbers now that the weather's warming up. Oh, Kirsty says we like homemade cheese pasties. That sounds nice. Kirsty has put up Chicken's Uncle Bob's channel. Thank you very much. So yes, I'll do that. So we've got our 2 savouries worked out. So next week we need to do something sweet. The following week I'm going to be doing the pea and ham soup. Then we've got to do something sweet. Oh, my phone just glitched. It said, oh my God, we're reconnecting. Don't know what happened there. Let me have a look. We went from 10 chickens to 43 and 2 turkeys. Oh my God. Uncle Bob, that is a huge, huge increase in chickens. I hate to say it, but there's going to be a few chicken dinners there, I'm guessing. Sorry for those of you that don't like such things, but it is a fact of life. Kenneth Wilkinson, who is Chris, says, good night, Susan. It's my bedtime. It's 9:20. Is that 9:20 in Rhode Island? All right, Chris. Well, thank you, Chris, for coming in. It's much appreciated. Yes, summer for the freezer, says Uncle Bob. And Marichap says, wait, ma'am, Susan, to everyone. We take breakfast, our food, chicken. They're still playing videos. 9:20. All right, Chris. Well, you sleep well. Have a lovely weekend. Let me take you all to the window, my friends, and have a look at the, as I speak, the mist is clearing up. I thought it's nice and misty, so I'll show you. So let me turn you around. So once again, you get to see all the mess on my counter. Look, it's so much mess. It's not usually that bad. Meow. We have another look. Whoops. There's that little man. Oh, big yawnings. Uh-oh. He's up. He's up. Right, let's look at the view, folks, so my daughter can race him outside. You're such a sweetheart, says Kirsty. He is. It wasn't actually me that woke him up. You might have heard Pepper meow. Pepper's the black cat, and she likes to sit just beyond Jasper's reach. Thank you, Michelle. Good night, says Chris. Yeah, Pepper, the black cat, likes to sit just out of Jasper's reach. Has he had any more accidents? No. No, he's been a good boy. I don't think he had any accidents yesterday at all. And he hasn't yet this morning, at least not that I've seen. You know, if I'm wandering around the house later in socks and I step in something wet, I know that I'm wrong. But as far as I've been able to tell, no, he hasn't. But today is exactly 7 days since he arrived. So it is, was it 11:30? So it's 11:30 a.m. clearly here at the moment on a Saturday. And last week it was about 1:20 when he arrived. So it's almost a full week since he got here. So I hear the little woofy footprints. Oh, he's got to have a drink. He's a big drinker. Is that normal? I've never known a puppy to drink as much as this thing drinks. It never stops. Hence all the wee, I suppose. But yeah, he's a huge drinker. Where are you, little one? Oh, you're down there where I can't really, if I angle the phone, it's going to all right. There we go. Hello. Oh. There he is. There's our little man. He's thinking about eating the fringing on the rug. Oh, what a big yawnies. Is that a big yawnies? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Whoops. All right. Time to pick the tripod up, folks. He's thinking about eating it, and we don't want that. Oh, so sleepy. Yes, he is. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? You're going to go back to your bed? In your bed. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're back in your bed. Well done. Good boy. Yes. Your other mother will give you pats now because I can't pat you. No, I can't pat you because I'm holding a phone and a battery pack. Happy 1 week young Jasper. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. He's done well. And here's our cupcakes we made. Well, no, not cupcakes, muffins. Here's our muffins. They turned out really nice. Oh, Ariana, you're here. Did you see him? Yes, we've been making smoky bacon and cheese muffins this morning while Jasper has been sleeping. Welcome in, Ariana. Let's see if he's still, is he settling? All right. Let's see if I come around this way. I'm just looking at the floor, and there's a tail of a cat. I'll go around here. There he is. But yeah, he's a good boy. He's learning things, like he knows. I think he's starting to know what in your bed means, which is good. And then he sort of knows what sit means, but he's very selective with that one. And what else does he know? He knows, he knows go wheeze. So he knows that one, he knows sit, and he knows in your bed. And I think that's all he knows so far, isn't it? Yeah, my daughter's nodding. She thinks so too. But as a start, you know, and I mean, it's only been 1 week. Hey, kitty. It's only been 1 week that he's been here, so I think to learn 3 things, and he's not perfect by any means. So sometimes you'll tell him to sit or go in his bed, and he'll do the exact opposite of what you want. But more often than not, he does what you ask him to. So, whoa, hello, kitty. So yes, he is selective, but he's working it out, just like we're working it out too. There's the kitty. I know. Pups his size drink about 2 to 3 cups a day. 2 to 3 cups. Yeah, that's about right then. Thank you for that, Ace. Much appreciated. Oh, baby kitty. She's still a bit worried about Jesper, but she's working it out too. Oh yes, down you get. Oh, all right. So we've worked out that we're going to be making a pea and ham soup and pasties. We've got to do a sweet one for next week, so I'll have to have a little bit of a think and see what we can do. Michelle saying hello to Truffle. That is awesome. All right, so can we think of anything for next week? I might have to do a cake. Let me see, I've done a coconut and raspberry slice. I've done 2 lots of cupcakes. I haven't done a big cake yet, have I? A coffee cake with butter icing. You know, it's funny, Leah, when I was chatting with you earlier this morning before the live, and you were talking to me about the coffee cake that you had made, and I thought, oh, I don't have that recipe. Like I've got Leah recipes here. So what's the cake? That's the salmon pies. But you didn't send me your coffee cake recipe. So at Christmas, Leah sent me a Christmas card, and I asked her if she would handwrite 2 or 3. There were 2 or 3 of her recipes that I wanted. Well, no, I lie. I actually want all her recipes, but you know, I can't sort of say to Leah, you know, could you dedicate the next 3 or 4 weeks of your life to copying out every recipe you've ever made and then send them to me? There's a part of me that would like to do that, but I wouldn't do it to you, Leah, so you're fine. But yes, Leah sent me a few recipes, and sometimes she sends them on Messenger, but I wanted something handwritten by her, because I think there's something really special about handwritten recipes that are passed down. And as you saw, I have a book there, and I have a book which has all my savoury recipes in, and then I have another book for all my sweet recipes. And 2 of the recipes she sent me, one was for an ice cream slice, and what was the other one? And then we've got the salmon pies, and then there was another one, and I can't think of what it was. But anyway, yes, basically what I'm saying is, Leah, I need to have your coffee recipe, your coffee cake recipe. I don't think that was one that you sent me. But when you send it, I'll make it. It sounds yummy. It sounds very yummy. I only pasties in Upper Peninsula, Michigan. Oh, with butter icing too, Leah. Sounds yummy. Do you have carrots growing for carrot cake? I don't have carrots at the moment, but it's funny you should say that, Kirsty, because only last night my daughter and I were discussing carrot cake, and it's not a cake that I haven't made it for like decades, because my daughter, when she was younger, and even now, like, she's not a huge fan of cooked carrot. Happy to have like raw carrots that have been peeled and julienne, and she'll like snack on raw carrots, but she's not a big fan of cooked carrots. Now, I do know, of course, that in a carrot cake, it's not overwhelmingly carrot, but just the knowledge that there's cooked carrot in there, if you're not a fan, is enough to stop a lot of people from trying it. And so when she was a lot younger and she didn't like carrots, so I thought, well, there's no point making carrot cake because she won't eat it. But she's older now, and she's like me, she likes to experiment with different things and different flavors and stuff like that. And even if it's something she doesn't like or something she's never tried before, she's always willing to give it a go, because your taste buds change. I always tell her, taste buds change. Yeah, I really got tongue-tied there, didn't I? So just because there's something that you didn't like when you were 5 or 6 doesn't mean that as an adult or further along in your life, you know, you get to 21 and you try something and you think, oh my God, I really like that. So taste buds are like the rest of us. They're constantly evolving. So it's always worth revisiting things. And so we were going to revisit a carrot cake. So that's good. We've got 2 cakes now. Leah has suggested a coffee cake, which clearly she's going to have to send me the recipe. And Kirsty has suggested a carrot cake. I like it. I like it. Let's do that. I think we should do that. I think that's a fantastic idea. Yes, my daughter's nodding, so we're all good. Let me see what our chat is doing. Our daughter is the same, but carrot cake is the only cake she will eat. She prefers savoury things usually. Yeah. I think in many ways I do prefer savoury, but I do like to have some sort of sweet to finish a meal. So like in the evening when I have dinner, I'll just keep snacking sometimes until I get that hit of something sweet. And it only has to be like, you know, those tiny little chocolate buttons that I used in the brownies that I made last Saturday. I could have like 5 or 6 of those. So, you know, a little cube of chocolate, basically, dark chocolate, 70% dark chocolate. So I could have a square of dark chocolate, and once I've had that little hit of sweetness, then I'm right. Then my body thinks, yep, okay, mealtime's over. We've had savoury, we've had sweet, we're all good. So yes, I am a savoury person, but I do love my sweets. And I love chocolate, as you know. Well, oh yeah, Chris, it will never happen. It will never happen. My daughter's not overly... she's not really into YouTube and Facebook and those sort of social media things. So she likes to maintain her privacy, which is why I've never put her on live. And that's fine. That's great. In fact, I don't mind that. I think some people, not all people, you know, they get their children on YouTube right from the time they're born, some of them, you know, and their entire lives are documented for the whole world to see. And I don't think people always think through the consequences of that. It's not like the children, especially when they're started so early, they don't understand the consequences, even if they're asked, you know, say, oh, you know, do you want mummy to put you on YouTube? You know, you want to be in mummy's video, whatever it is? And they'll say yes, because they don't know any better. And I think a lot of people, as they get older, wish that they hadn't had their entire lives sort of plastered across the internet. So I've always made a point of not doing that. And if that's something she decides she wants to do in her 20s or 30s or 40s, good luck to her, but it's her decision. So, and at the moment, her decision is, I don't really want to be on YouTube or any other media platform where I can be seen. And I respect that. I think choice is a wonderful thing. So, yeah, unless, of course, she wears a mask. Nicholas Grollo, what have you missed, Nicholas? Oh, Nicholas, let me show you. Let me show you. We made some smoky bacon and cheese muffins. Ta-da! And they're very yummy. And Leah Williams, who's in the chat, she suggested when I broke one open to put some butter on it, which I did, and it made it even yummier. Oh, and Jasper, yes, I've shown everyone Jasper. Chris is asking how everyone is doing. Well, I'm doing really well, Chris. How are you? Are you well, Chris? And how are you, Nicholas? Nicholas is asking how everyone is. Oh, I know, Kirsty's pantry shelf. Kirsty, I do hope you're plugging your own video, are you? Have you put a link up for yourself? Kirsty's husband, Dean, made a pantry shelf, a little table, custom built for the space they had available because they just couldn't find anything that quite fitted in the spot, which was secondhand. They just couldn't find the right thing. So Dean made something and he did a wonderful job. He did a wonderful job. Please tell him, Kirsty, he did a wonderful job. I did say that in the comments. I said, you've got to tell him. And also tell him that my name's not Barry. Whoops, I have 5 gig. Okay, I need to up the data on my phone plan, apparently. Nicholas says, I'm recovering well, cold here in Victoria. What is it here? It is. It's 7.2 degrees Celsius here, Nicholas, outside, which isn't too bad. Like, I've got the stove going, but at the moment I don't have the big log burner going in the lounge because it's not that cold. It's with the stove going, it's quite comfortable in here. Inside it is 19.8. So outside it's 7.2, inside is 19.8, and it's just this stove that is bringing the temperature up. Oh, thank you, Susan. I told him. Thank you, Kirsty. Looks nice and toasty. It really is. It really is. Well, my friends, I think it's time that we close down this live. What do you think? Please give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. That would be awesome. And it helps the algorithm. It makes it YouTube think that people actually like me, so we'll push the live out more. But of course, you know, if you haven't enjoyed the live, you don't need to, that's fine. But if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Nicholas. So yes, next week we'll be doing some sort of cake. It's either going to be a carrot cake or a coffee cake. Haven't decided which one yet, but probably one of the two. The following week we'll do pea and ham soup. Then we're going to do another cake. Then we're going to do Cornish pasties, the traditional Cornish pasties. So yes, we've got a few interesting things coming up on the Around the Kitchen table live over the next month, which will be great. I've already scheduled my next live, which is Tuesday, for the farm walk and talk. I wrote on the thumbnail, they actually reckon it's going to stop raining. So we'll see. We'll see, won't we? It will be good because I think the last 2 or 3 farm walkabouts we've had, it's actually rained. So one week we didn't get out at all, And then I think the following 2 Tuesdays, we did get to spend a little bit of time outside, but not a huge amount. So the next one coming up will be our farm walk and talk, where we look at the chickens and we look at the cows and we look at the sheep. Now we have a Jasper, a little golden retriever puppy to look at as well. So lots of animal content on Tuesdays. So yes, that's coming up. But what else is there to say? Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate the time that you've spent to be in the kitchen here with me. It's always good chatting to you all. I really enjoy your company, and we are such a wonderful, wonderful community. So thank you for being a wonderful community, and thank you for taking the time to be here with me. I hope you all have a good night's sleep, because I know for many of you, you're coming up to your night time now. So have a great night's sleep. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Spread kindness. And stay beautiful. Oh, and of course, Ace and Kirsty. Ace and Kirsty, I'm so sorry. Thank you to Ace and Kirsty, again, as always, for just doing links and lots of links and info, random info as required. So a big thank you to Kirsty and Ace. But yes, everyone, spread kindness and stay beautiful. And I will see you all maybe on Tuesday. You take care. Bye, everyone.